Hello, what's up guys? Your boy DTRUs here, and today we are covering another video of Lord of Nazarick. And today we are doing a tier list: who is the strongest, who is the weakest, what you should use, what you should not, if you should summon for this character or not. Today we're gonna cover all of that. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and let's start our tier list. So of course, the first character is our limited banner SSR Albedo. She's a really powerful single burst assist character. She can do a lot of damage, single damage. Her damage is so big, she do a lot of numbers. She is the meta in PvP right now, and she's also so useful in PvE. She can do a lot of assist damage whenever your character attacks. She attack as well. She do assist damage, and her own damage is so strong as well. She's a really good character. I think you should summon, try to get her. But the only problem in her that you need her, like you need her artifact. You need it to do damage for her to be strong enough. So if you wanna get her, you should also get her artifact, or you can call it a weapon or a picture. It's a must. Like you can like try to do another, but I don't think like she will do 100% of her damage unless she have her artifact. So keep that in mind before you summon on her. But she's really a strong character. She carries so hard, so you should get her if you can. And next, as well as Albedo, but it's a Knight Albedo, of course, also S tier. Both Albedos are S tier. This is one of the best tanks in the game, literally. Like, she is so strong. She can taunt. She have 100% taunt on primary target, and she have 75% on all target. She can taunt, she can shield, she can also, when she get attacked, she attacks back. She have a percentage to do that, and she lowered her damage when she counter. So she doesn't only counter, she also lowered the attack of the enemy for 2 rounds, for 2 turns. So if that is not OP, I don't know what is. Like, she carries so hard. She's also a meta in PvP, and she's also like really strong in PvE, and she's really strong against Treasury, the crit set, the flame boss. She's really strong there as well because he is red and she's blue. She tanks a lot. She's really strong. I think you should get her. Like, her banner is gonna go in a day, I think, a day or two. So if you have diamonds, you should 100% go for her. She's really strong. She's a must tank. There's replacements, of course, but not as strong. Moving on, we have our boy Momon. He is between S tier and A tier, actually, but we're gonna put him in A tier right here. Like, he is a one-man army. This guy is very strong, but he doesn't have a proper team yet for PvP. In PvP, he is a god. Like, he's a god of PvE. But in PvP, he gets like smashed. He's not that strong. There's a lot of replacements. But as PvE, like, this guy is really strong. For me personally, I'm using both Albedo and him at the same time. She hits and he hits, and of course the opposite. So they do a lot of damage. Like, I can literally melt the boss with these two. Like, he's really a strong PvE character. Whenever you use his second skill, his assist straight up go up, and he do a lot of damage. Whenever also, like Albedo, whenever a character attacks, he also attacks. He's a chase character, so also there's a chance when he get attacked, he also attack as well. He counters, and his assist damage and his ultimate is really broken. This guy is so strong in PvE. Now next we have our boy Kitus. He's also an S tier. This guy is a beast of like, he is the best bleed character in the game right now. This guy is really strong in PvE and PvP as well. He is also a meta right now. A lot of people are using it in the top 100. He's a really strong bleed character. and also his captain skill, which make your bleed damage deal more damage and put more stacks. So this guy really is a really strong bleed character. If you want to go the bleed meta, you absolutely need to build this guy, because this guy demolished the bleed meta. He's really strong. Also his ultimate is an AoE, which apply bleed on all targets and defense down. So he's a really strong bleed character. You should try, like, you can get him for free. This guy, you can just reroll for him like everyone did. Like, this is the reroll target. You can either get him or get Mare, but for me he is more priority than Mare. He is stronger and he helps more, but they both have their own use. So keep that in mind. Whatever you love Mare, just go for her, or Kitus. But personally, Kitus is a better choice in here. Now we move on to the Knight Shalatier. Of course, Esther. She's also a really strong tank in PvP, especially in PvP. Like PvE, haven't seen any hard use of her. Like, she's not that neat, but in PvP right now, in the meta right now, she's an S tier because she's really a strong tank. She puts share damage on the highest attack in your team. So whenever you hit any other unit than her, she absorbs some of that damage. So it make it hard to nuke the DPS or the healer in PvP, because she takes damage from the taken damage. So if you hit any character, they're not gonna take the damage they usually take because she's absorbing most of them. So she's really annoying and she's really strong in PvP. Also, her ultimate heal herself. She heals and she like absorb a lot of damage. So it makes really annoying tank team meta. You can use her along bleed and burn units. Like, you could use her, use Demiurge, use SR Albedo, use Mare. You don't need a healer or you don't need anything. Just put this team and they're gonna literally wipe you immediately. This is one of the strongest team at the moment. So she's really strong. She's in the banners, so you can get her. There's a chance you can get her. She's not in the pick banners yet, but if you get, like, you lost your 50-50 with any character, there's a chance you can get her. She's really strong. So now also we cover our boy Demiurge. He is S tier right now because also PvP. He's really strong in PvP right now. He is the burn meta alongside her as well. His ultimate, that he put a burn effect on all the character. You keep burning and he keeps burning the enemy units, and he apply a lot of burns. This guy is really a strong burn character. Like, he is the strongest burn character alongside SR Albedo, but he is strong more than SR Albedo in my opinion, because his burn damage is really strong. Like, this guy is a beast. Of course, he put a whole freaking burn effect, like it turns to an ash city there, you know. So he's really a strong unit, and you can get him for in the pick banner. He's gone right now. There's Albedo and Momon, but if you, of course, it was in the beginning. If you played the game at the beginning, he was there. You can get him as well. So moving on, we have our Lana. She is an S tier. She is also in the PvP meta, and she also very strong in PvE because of her healing effects. Like, she doesn't only heal, but she put recovery, and she put whenever a character take damage, he heals, and when his turn start, he heals. So if that is not a broken healer, I don't know what is. Like, she is the only SSR healer anyway, and she is the strongest healer in PvP and PvE wise. Also, there is some SR healers that is so good as well, but in terms of healing, like, this girl heals a lot. Lana heals a lot. Like, what a freaking strong healer. As well, we move on to our boy, the Platinum Dragon, also Esther. If you notice, like most of the SSR tanks, they're all Esther like. They're all strong in their own ways. Like this guy right here, Platinum Dragon, he puts a shield that nullifies damage, an amount of damage, of course. So, for example, if you have a really annoying AoE burst enemy team, he at least gotta like nullify one or two attacks of their AoE, which is gonna save you a lot. But of course, it depends on how build there are. Maybe he can nullify only one, but it comes to a clutch sometimes, so it stops the enemy team from doing his full combo and doing the full potential damage. And he also put a barrier on himself and takes damage, so he taunts also. He doesn't taunt the enemy, but he's like, it's a stance. Whenever any ally unit get hits, he go and take the damage on him as long as he have his shield, and he gets his shield from his second skill. Really strong tank character. He comes in a clutch, especially in PvP. Moving on, we go to SR Albedo. You all gonna get her, and she's an S tier as well. What an amazing burn character. She's very strong. Everyone is building her. She's free. You get her shorts for free. You can get her to 4-star just for free. So, and she's a really strong burn character. So of course she's gonna be S tier, especially that you don't need to invent on her. You're getting her shards for free without even trying to summon or do anything. So it's a really clutch. She's a burn character, burn chain character. Her second skill chain 2 units with each other, so whenever you hit this unit, both are gonna take the same amount of damage. Really strong. Her ulti is an AoE, which put burn on the enemy team and do a lot of damage, like literally a lot of damage. So what a strong free SR unit. So no need to try to get her or anything, you get her for free anyway to 4-star. Build her, she's really strong. Now we go to our boy, the Hamster. He's an A tier. He's a really strong chase character as like Momon. He works very well with Momon because of his passive and skills. And if you star him up for like 5-star, like I have him 5-star right now. He makes Momon a beast, and Momon is already a beast, so imagine the horror. He enters the Wise of the King effect, which give a lot of chase damage and give more chance to chase damage, which makes this guy like a god actually. In the treasury, the crit set team, if you put these two together, the damage that you're gonna see is insane. He's gonna do a lot of damage, and if he crits, it can get to 25 to 30k each hit he does or each chase, and his ultimate can go up for 35-40k, but it depends on how builded they are, of course. If you have them maxed, if you have prism relics, we're speaking on end game here, but also in mid game they're really strong. They can do between 15 to 20k. It's really good. So moving on, we have our SR healer, also on A tier. This is Lupus Regina, her name. She's an SR healer, which you also get for free, and you get her shards also for free when you level your account up, and there's missions. They give it for free, and so you can have her at 4-stars, and if you keep summoning like she's an SR, there's a rate up for these. You can make her really like fully starred, and when she are fully starred, she's a beast as a healer as well, because her recovery skill is insane. The amount of recovery she have is insane, and she also take 1 debuff from your characters. So she can take debuffs, only 1 debuff sadly, but it's good. Like 1 debuff is better than nothing. Like there's no other healer who takes debuff. She's the only healer who takes debuff in the game right now. So she can come in a clutch sometimes, especially as an SR free character. You also don't need to invent in her stars. You can get them for free. You can get her to at least 5-star from what I saw. And she's really a strong healer, so she's an A tier. Now we move to Sebastian. Sebastian is B of is between B and C. Sebastian is a team-based character. Like if you get him a proper team, like if you got him if he gets a proper team in the future, maybe he will be stronger. But his like his kits is like whatever he hits and use his basic or second skill, he gets stacks. So his ultimate nuke do a lot of damage. But he doesn't have a proper team yet to make him shine or something. And he's not that strong, like comparing to other characters we have in here. So he's a B tier, sadly. A normal Sher tier. She's an A tier as well. She's a really strong lifesteal bleed character. She's really strong. She comes in a clutch. She put a lot of debuffs. She's a warrior. She can plant a lot of debuffs on the enemies, so it's not good against immunity enemies, but she can also come in a clutch. She's really strong in some contents. She have self heal, like her ultimate heal herself, give her lifesteal. So she can be really annoying, and she keep hitting you, and she keep lifesteal. So you need the like heal down on her or something, or like a lifesteal down to be able to do something to her, because if she's really well built, she's really annoying in PvE and in PvP. Moving on, we have Evil Eye. Evil Eye is in A tier right now because she sadly didn't shine in PvP as she should have. She's not in the meta yet. There's not a proper team to put her in the meta, but she's so strong character. Me myself, I invented on her, and I have her on 4-star, almost 5-star. She's a really strong character, an AoE burst character, so she can be on the AoE burst team in the future. She's a must reroll summon. For me, she's better than Demiurge in PvE wise, but in PvP right now Demiurge is the meta. But I don't think for so long, the more we have characters, the more meta we're gonna get. So this tier can always change. This tier is not 100%. This tier is based on now, on our experience, on how long we've been in the game, and the character that we actually have. So now we have Pandora. Pandora is a healer. He's a B tier. So Pandora is not so good actually. Me personally, I don't like him. He's not that strong. He hardly do. His kit is that his kit is that he do a lot of healing, and he do curses and stuff, but comparing to the other healing meta, I don't see fit for him yet. Maybe in the future, a curse meta, I don't know. We will see about that. We go for Gaz. If I can put him here, I will, honestly. But let's put him in the C tier. Really a crappy character. I'm not gonna explain anything about him because I don't think it's worse, actually. He's a really weak character. He's really maybe in the future, like I know I'm saying this a lot, but it's because this is how gacha game works. Like he needs a team. At the moment he's trash. Like he hardly do anything, PvP or PvE. Like literally. So that's why I don't think there's any need to explain about him. Maybe when he gets stronger. But right now he's not that good. Our brother Brain, he is literally an Esther. Like his counter, whenever you want to attack, he attacks before you attack. So he counters before you attack, and he lowers your damage. And his ultimate is a nuke. It does a lot of damage, a lot of single damage. So this guy is a counter single burst character. As an SR, the amount of damage this guy inflict is insane, guys. Like holy moly. And not a lot of people know about this. But now a lot of people know about this because a lot of people speak about Like this is the first gacha game when I see an SR like outmatch SSR characters in the amount of damage he does, and he doesn't have a proper team yet. Imagine what this guy is gonna do when he gets a proper team. I don't think this guy he's gonna break the game, sadly. But right now let's put him on A because there's no proper team yet. So moving on, we have our beautiful maid right here. Sh we can like she's between A and B, but let's put her in A. She's a really strong red unit tank and knight. Like there's only two right now, these two. She's really good. She nullified the damage. She increases her defense. Her ultimate stuns. So she's really useful in some content and PvE content. PvP she's not useful at all. No one is gonna use her. But in PvE she's really good. Like really strong. Her defense is really so she can tank a lot of damage, and she can stun. It comes in clutch sometimes. So she's like an A and B, like A and B. Like I put her in B right now because she's not useful at all in PvP and stuff. And I don't think a lot of people using her because there's a lot of replacements. So she's like a B tier. Our electricity girl, Idola. This girl is a beast as an AoE shock damage. She's literally needed in the shock team. Like if you have a shock team, she's a must-have. She applies a lot of shock and she do a lot of AoE burst damage. So she does a lot of damage. She puts shock and she stack her shocks on the enemy. Really strong. A really must-have on the shock team. She's a really good shock meta. You can use her alongside the Platinum Dragon because he's a shock tank as well, and you can use Nabe, for example, a really good shock character as well. And there's a lot of another replacement. So for Nabe, she's absolutely in A tier. In PvE, she is really strong. The amount of damage she does is insane. Whenever she kills a unit, she can move to the other, and she applies shock damage, and the more there's shock on the enemy team, she do crits, and her crits strengthen her shock damage. So imagine on the shock team how strong she's gonna be. It's a single damage, okay, not an AoE, she's a single, and you get her for free, and she's an SR, and you can make her SSR 4-star as well, like Albedo, for free. So also no inventing, no investing, just get her relics, power up her skills, level her up, and she's a shock machine. So we got our Death Knight. He's a B tier, he's a good tank. He has like a revive when you like he have taunt, and he also have a revive. He can tank a good amount of damage, and when you kill him he can revive again and use his skills normally. So this guy is the only guy with a revive right now, but he's not so useful right now. Maybe later a revive meta, who knows. He will be so strong he will get to A or S tier. And here we got our girl, what was her name again? Enry. Her name is Enry. Enry is a really good also free healer. Her ultimate heals a lot and gives damage reduction. So she's a healer damage reduction unit. She gives a lot of damage reduction, so your units take less damage. And she also heals. And her passive, her goblin, he stuns. There's a chance he comes out and stun the enemy team. There's a big chance for that. So she's between A and B, but we're gonna put her on B right now because Lana and Lupus is much stronger. What I'm saying is my personal, of course, my personal way of thinking, my personal use. They are better because she can take a debuff and she heals a lot, and the recovery, and we know she's the god of healing right now. So we cannot put them at the same place. Like, we are gonna put her in the B tier right now because they are better than her. But she's really a good healer and damage reduction unit. Now we move to our guy right here, like Death Knight. This guy is really strong. He's between A and B as well. Like, he can move to A immediately when there's a really like a proper team as well. This guy lowers the damage. His ultimate lower the damage of the enemy team, like in AoE lower damage. So he lowers all of the enemy team damage. And he also taunt and shield himself, take a lot of damage. He's really good. I really want to put him on A tier, but let's keep him on B tier right now. Next we have our boy Digun. This guy is an A tier for, of course, he's an A tier for a reason. It's not his healing that he's an A tier of, but he's A tier because he shield your allies and he summons his Archangel. She does damage, she debuff you, and he shields all the allies. Like, he gives the shield for all allies. Imagine a healer and a shielder at the same time. So this guy is really a clutch in a lot of content in the game, especially in the treasury and the holy runes. He helps a lot since he can not only heal but shield, and he summons an archangel who can attack as well. Really a good idea. Like, I really loved how he plays and how his skits works. Really a strong A tier unit. Second and our last, I'm not gonna cover all the characters right now. I'm only gonna cover the meta, the useful characters, like the mostly of SSR and some of the SR, because the others we don't have a big knowledge of yet, like the other characters. The characters that I didn't talk about, I don't have personally a strong opinion on them. Haven't personally tried them and see how good they are, and so I'm gonna make another tier list and put them in later on. I'm gonna make another video for that, but for now we're gonna cover only these characters. So our last is Aura. Of course, he's an A tier as well. Aura is a really good chase. Like, he works perfectly with these two. He's a really good chase character. He does a lot of damage. He summons a Todd, like a monster. He sit on him. His skills different when he uses ultimate, and he keeps attacking and deal a lot of damage. Like, I've seen people who maxed him and his damage output are like so good, and his ultimate does a lot of damage. And when he's on his Todd monster, he do a lot of debuffs and he keeps attacking and he does a lot of damage. So that's it, guys. That cover our tier list for today. Don't mind this picture. This Aura comes in the future. I wanted to put this picture, and I'm sorry for how this picture looks, but I was searching for him. I put this by a mistake. So this is the Aura, like half Aura. So thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. This was our tier list. I hope you like and subscribe. I'm gonna appreciate it so much. And I wanna add something. If you guys like having trouble with anything in the game, if you need any guide, you need any help, you want me to make a guide video for you, please tell me in the comment, and I'm gonna make a video and help you as much as I can. So again, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Your boy DTRU here is always here for you guys. Have a nice day. Peace out.